Now, of course, tonight, we have to talk about the GOP debate. Man, did you guys watch that? That thing was way too long.
That's what she said.
Okay. Jeb, stop it. We'll get to you in a minute, Mr. Exclamation Point. Go on, get away, get away. There you go. Oh, magical. All right, now one of the cool things about having a debate in the Reagan Library is the former president's Air Force One. It's a very impressive plane. Oh, wait a second. Hold on. Can we zoom in on seat 34B? What? Top secret presidential candidate Bobby Jindal, is that you? Get out of there, man, get out of there. You had your time earlier in the baby debate. Go on, get. All right. But actually, there were a lot of fun moments for CNN's 23 million viewers. One of my favorites was the awkward white guy Middle Eastern name pronunciations.
This deal on its face will send over $100 billion to the Ayatollah Khamenei. The Ayatollah Khamenei. The Ayatollah Khamenei.
Khamenei. Calm down, you're in a presidential debate. All right? Calm down. We get it. We get it. Yeah, we know that's the nerdy, correct way to say it, all right? But the American P.O. play don't carre. Am I right, Charday? That name makes no sense at all, I'm sorry. I had to call that out, okay? And when it wasn't awkward white guy pronunciations, it was awkward white guy low fives.
I suggested to President Bush that he not go to war. Okay, so I just want that on the record.
Ever ready. It's very high energy, Donald.
That's it. Old white dudes just ruined low fives for the rest of us. Add it to the list, boys. Yeah, put it right under shaking your thing. It's gone now, gone. Now, you know what was surprising, though? How much they focused on race.
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 Race. Race.
I'm just bull. Say that again, Dre.
Being in this race.
In this race.
This race.
This race.
In the race.
A long race.
The space race.
That's just rubbing it in, Ben Carson. You know how much I love space. Actually, there was zero mention of race. Pretty much zero. I think Rand Paul said something to... I mean, the closest thing we got to Black Lives Mattering was an hour and a half in when they were discussing Mexicans being able to claim birthright citizenship.
The original author of the 14th Amendment said on the Senate floor that this was applying to slaves and did not specifically apply to others.
Slaves? Nice. We got right in there. God. So in other words, one of the only mentions during this 3-hour debate of brown people in America was in the context of keeping them out. Come on, GOP, give me a low five. Yeah, out. Man. Damn, Jeb, why do you have to do that so hard?
That's what she said.
Okay, all right, stop it. He won't stop. He's out of control. All right, okay. So let's talk about Donald Trump, right? He's got like a resting smug face, doesn't he? It's like he's even thinking everybody's a loser. Loser. You can freeze frame almost any image and he has that look on his face.
Donald Trump would be dangerous as president. He said he wouldn't want, quote, such a hothead with his finger on the nuclear codes.
You know who he reminds me of? Losers! The Allied powers are losers! Okay, look, for everybody out there who's saying, Larry, are you really comparing Trump to Mussolini? Yes, that's exactly what I just did. I just did that. It was kind of fun, actually. But Trump is amazing to me. Trump doesn't waste any time in being a dick. In his very first question, when he was asked to respond to something Carly Fiorina said about Trump having to access nuclear codes, this is how he answered.
Rand Paul shouldn't even be on this stage. He's number 11.
What? Little suggestion, if I may. When someone asks you if you're responsible enough to have access to the buttons of our nuclear arsenal, your answer should not be to randomly attack someone. Don't do that. But see, moves like that sort of made me suspicious that Trump might slip out of the lead. I don't know, and I felt like the overall takeaway was in someone else's favor.
Well, political analysts seem to agree that Carly Fiorina won the debate.
Obviously, Carly Fiorina was the big winner.
It was Carly Fiorina who ran away with the headline.
Gretchen, who won?
Carly Fiorina.
Hands down?
Hands down.
Wow, that's right. A lady taking down all those men in the grand old party. Wow. Slap. Get back. That was a great moment for women, right?
I'd like to link these two issues, both of which are incredibly important: Iran and Planned Parenthood.
I would also like to link two issues. Bull in your agenda. Carly, I was just about to get behind you. You did say you wanted your Secret Service code name to be Secretariat. Right? I assumed you'd take us to the finish line, but it appears your finish line is to get rid of Planned Parenthood. And what is your reasoning?
I dare Hillary Clinton, Barack Obama to watch these tapes. Watch a fully formed fetus on the table, its heart beating, its legs kicking, while someone says we have to keep it alive to harvest its brain.
I'll tell you, that statement is both horrific and shocking, not just because of the details, but because it seems to be untrue.
There is actually a short portion of one of the videotapes that does show a fetus, looks kind of like that's what's going on, but it's edited in. There is no proof nor any way to ascertain that this had anything to do with Planned Parenthood.
Look, word to Republicans, stop bullying Planned Parenthood. Planned Parenthood provides services for millions of women who need them. It's not just abortions. Yes, abortions is a very controversial issue, but only 3% of Planned Parenthood services are abortions, and 0% of federal funding pays for them. So defunding them stops very few abortions, but it stops a ridiculously large number of everyday women's health services. I mean, the media declared Carly Fiorina the winner last night, but the irony is that the one woman who won may make it possible for a lot of women to lose.